He was a ticking time bomb. Police say a 27-year-old Las Vegas man was plotting a terror attack out of his garage not far from the North Las Vegas airport, but Metro stopped him before he could carry it out.
His arrest was first reported in connection to a number of shots fired in a neighborhood early one morning last September. But now we are learning new details after more than a dozen officers and detectives were honored last week by the department. And tonight we've got new details from court documents.
It was apparent the suspect was planning an act of terrorism in the immediate future.
This is that suspect, Lacey Wallflower, who lived with his mom at a home on Cobble Creek.
And I heard a boom. Boom, 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 boom.
On September 22nd, 2020, just before 4:30 a.m., 911 was flooded with calls reporting a shooting in the neighborhood.
My neighbor from across the street came outside, and I said, "Did you hear some shots?" He said, "I did." I said, "How many?" He said, 6. I said, "I counted 7. He said, "My wife woke up scared and said, somebody's out there shooting."
When officers arrived, one resident explained that his home was riddled with bullets and some of the rounds had nearly struck him and his wife while they were sleeping.
Officers quickly figured out where the shots had come from, got a search warrant, and were stunned what they discovered inside. A shrine to Osama bin Laden, a firearms manufacturing lab, including a 3D printer being used to make untraceable ghost gun parts, riot gear, including a bulletproof shield, and explosives and detonator devices.
As officers processed the disturbing scene, they noticed the residence was rigged with explosive devices and traps that placed every member of the unit at risk.
This group of officers, many with the LVMPD counterterrorism section, were awarded for their actions that day. LVMPD leadership says they prevented an act of terrorism. Detective Grant Duffin, one of the award recipients, wrote, "Inside the garage, detectives located what appeared to be components used to make pressure plate improvised explosive devices. Based on my training and experience, both as a counterterrorism detective and with the U.S. military while deployed in Iraq and Afghanistan, I immediately recognized these components to be very similar to what foreign terrorist organizations use to target and kill U.S. and allied military personnel." The detectives quickly realized the garage was rigged with explosives, and a wrong move could set them off. His computer opened to a YouTube video expressing hatred towards white people. Court documents said he was, quote, acquiring weapons and material for an ideologically motivated mass casualty attack. And the court documents don't say where or when he planned to carry out his terrorist plot. But at the LVMPD awards ceremony, they mentioned that it would have happened in the immediate future. Now, a year later, Wallflower remains in jail, charged with attempted murder and multiple counts of manufacturing explosives and firearms. His next court date is next month.